Hey fellas, how's it going? Today brought with me a brand new guest, new to the channel. Seth the Programmer. Introduce yourself to everybody. Yeah.
Howdy, I'm Seth the Programmer.
Really glad to have you on for the first time. Today we're going to be talking.
Great start.
Yeah.
Great start.
No, thanks. Anyway, so today we're gonna be doing that fucking. So 50 billion people have been asking us on Twitter, hey guys, you should do the Uchiha versus the Hokage, and one guy did it.
I don't imagine it like that. I imagine it like, dude, what if you took every Hokage and you had them fight the 7 greatest Uchiha?
Yeah.
They think it's the coolest thing ever, you know? God.
Bro, yeah, but, so, I guess, because there's not really any way we could have outlined this in the title, or the thumbnail, I imagine. I can't imagine that you could, compress 14 characters into either of those things.
You can't really fit any of them in there.
Yeah, so the Hokage are all self-explanatory. But the Uchiha, you got all the obvious ones like Sasuke, Madara, Obito, and Itachi, and then you move into weirder territory with Izuna, Shisui, and Fugaku. We were thinking about Kagami or Shin, but those guys are a little bit too weird, too out there. So we're gonna stick with the Izuna, Shisui, and Fugaku.
Yeah, hold on. Comments.
Chat.
Scale. Chat. Twitch. I'm using it on Twitch. Yo, chat. Yo, how strong is Kagame Uchiha if you had to rank him out of top 1,000 Naruto characters? Where is he? Where does he go, bro? Just get off of the top of your head. Just snap. Come on. Where does he go? It's stupid. He does not belong on.
And then
on this video
Shin
at all.
is man, how do you rank this dude? Because he beats Naruto and Sasuke at the same time, and then he just gets clobbered by Sakura. So what?
And then it's you'll be oh, well, actually, Naruto and Sasuke are, actually kind of nerfed. Sasuke doesn't have the Tomos in his Rinnegan, and Naruto's a bit rusty. He actually got cut pretty easily. But actually, if you watch the anime, Sakura is actually fighting him, and, Shin is still able to hurt Sasuke despite his Tomos being in his... I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I do. Bro, yeah, no, we got 14 characters. It's too much. We want to... Yeah. So... let's go ahead and lay out some ground rules here. Generally, you want to use the best version of a given character for something like this. But if you do that for the Uchiha side, the Hokage don't really have a chance because you have 10 Tails Madara and 10 Tails Obito. And then also Sasuke has all that Biju chakra too. That, I don't know if Tsunade is up to the task of brawling with them. So Seth and I came up with a rule where you have to have had the power for at least more than just 1 hour for it to be used in this fight. If you only had it for 45 minutes, then you don't get it. So if
you only had it for the plot's sake, then you probably shouldn't have it.
So no dual Mangekyo Kakashi, no Jubi Madara, no Jubi Obito. Just vanilla everybody as they were. Yep. Naruto and Sasuke get their 6 path stuff, but only because Naruto was Hokage.
It's a part of their character in Boruto. They're actually
it's not because Naruto he didn't have to go through some long plan. Let's say just 6 paths just gave it to him. Yeah. But on that note, Naruto and Sasuke are pretty pivotal here. Right, whoever wins,
I think that could be said.
decides the whole fucking shit. So, since we don't really want this video to boil down to Naruto versus Sasuke, they're off doing their own thing. They're probably gonna have a stalemate.
All I'm saying, bro. Okay, say Sasuke wins. He takes Naruto's chakra. He launches an Indra's arrow at the battlefield and kills all the Uchiha and Kage at the same exact time in one attack.
He just kills his own team just because.
If Naruto wins, he takes each tail, all 9 of them, and each tail slaps a different Uchiha and kills all of them in one smack. There you go. It's over.
Yeah,
right,
so we're just going to assume that these guys, like, they're just off somewhere else. That's kind of how their fight has to be settled. And that will probably get a stalemate.
Naruto versus the Hokage for that one, by the way. So we have to explain it.
Yeah. There you go. So, stalemate between those two. Even if not, like that's probably not going to come up for a while. They're going to be fighting for a pretty long time. And I think the same is probably true with like Madara and Hashirama. Because while the strength gap between them and their teammates isn't, like, as extreme, it's still, like what's Minato and, like, Tsunade supposed to do about the 1,000-armed Buddha statue, you know? Like...
Yeah, is Minato gonna Rasengan, like, the Nine Tails? Like, you know? Like, maybe he can, like, Reaper Death Seal or do some weird sealing jutsu, but yeah, what is he gonna do? Like, he's, like
Minato is able to fight the Nine Tails, like, by itself... when it didn't have a Susanoo.
Let's just say he thought Obito and the Nine Tails was a problem, like Madara and the Nine Tails.
Bro, you give the Nine Tails like 8 swords, you know? Like
majestic attire. Like I don't actually think that Minato has any feats to suggest he could even seal that thing with Madara attached to it. So it's like there's literally nothing Minato could even do. It's not even like relevant.
So Hashirama and Madara are also kind of off by themselves, and you're going to start noticing a pattern. Everybody kind of has to section themselves off in order for this to be interesting, and for like half of one team to not get eliminated immediately.
And it's because Naruto, I know it's crazy, kind of has good power scaling, right? Yeah. There's actual like tiers to characters, and like there's literally like 7 tiers for the same videos. So like one-on-ones are pretty common, and whoever dominates their one-on-one can maybe help the lesser one is kind of how it's gonna go for a lot of the videos. So.
Now again, like with Naruto and Sasuke, that can't really happen because again, whoever wins that wins the whole thing. So they tie for the sake of this. But Hashirama and Madara, they'd be pretty impactful, but not nearly as much. You know, and also their fight could have gone either way, right? Like,
hold on, am I lagging?
Yeah, you were for a second, but all right. I was saying like their fight could have gone like either way, right? Like it was pretty.
Yeah, like, what was it? Like, Hashirama is, like, basically out of chakra at the very end in base form and, like, kills him with a clone.
Yeah, he tricks him. Like, Madara stabs his clone and Hashirama uses the, like, vanilla substitution
and, like,
jutsu.
You might be able to imply that, like, Madara underestimated Hashirama's intent at the end as well. Like, he didn't think Hashirama had it in him to kill him. So, like, he might have underestimated him as well. So, like... I don't know, like, even if they do, like, fight and Hashirama barely pulls out a W, like, old time's sake, it's, like, it's gonna be an all-day battle, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, if any of the other ones win and they start supporting him, it's gonna be like, well, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like this is, like, even closer than Naruto and Sasuke and might actually... This is going to be, like, the opposite of most of the other fights where, like, their results are going to, like, trickle down to the lower tiers. Like, this one's going to be, like, decided probably by, like, the little guys. I don't know. So, like, moving down one tier, so, like, below Hashirama and Madara, you've got, like, Hiruzen and Obito. And, like, let's explain Hiruzen here. So... Like, there's this whole, like, meme with Hiruzen, right? Like, prime Hiruzen, is he, like, stronger than Hashirama? 'Cause, like, if he is, then it's sort of the same deal with, like, if either Naruto or Sasuke wins. If Hiruzen's stronger than Hashirama, then those two just destroy the whole rest of the Uchiha clan.
If Hiruzen Prime is as strong as Hashirama or stronger, okay, yeah, sure, they fucking body, okay?
Yeah.
But let's try to be interesting a little bit, okay? So, like, what we're going to do for this video is there's a different implication with Prime Hiruzen. One of the implications with Prime Hiruzen is that he's stronger than Tobirama. So he's stronger than Tobirama, potentially faster if you use the Edo feats. Like, it's somewhat implied, like his speed might be on like a Tobirama-esque level as well, with the whole God Tree and saving Naruto. But then it's also implied that, and I said this to Swag, where you have Kakashi, he's like, oh, he's copied 1,000 jutsu, and, he's like the Jonin guy. Like, he's the main Jonin, the elite ninja of the series. Well, Hiruzen is the main Kage figure of the series when it first starts. And the way they introduce him is he doesn't just have 1,000 techniques, but 1,000 illusions alone.
Yeah.
Like, he has mastered everything in the Leaf Village. Hiden techniques included shadow possession, mind transfer,
expansion jutsu,
and might be able to use fucking expansion jutsu. Like, he even knows the hand signs for reanimation. It's implied.
Yeah, he like recognizes it when Orochimaru starts it up.
So, it was Tobirama's jutsu. So,
yeah.
I mean, like, I wouldn't be surprised. But basically, what's being implied here is you can maybe say that Prime Hiruzen is a Tobirama an above level figure, but he can use. He's like the most hacked character we've seen from a shinobi. Like, that's what you could also imply for Prime Hiruzen, and that's why he was so powerful and feared. Like, you could literally say that. As well as, like, his Enma staff, which can shove away the Nine Tails. So imagine he brawled, like, the third or fourth Raikage who are 8 Tails level, and he just smacks him like a baseball bat with Enma. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Enma, that was when he was an old man. He was, like, stronger than any of the other Kage. Yeah.
So I'm not surprised, even if he's not, like, physically stronger than Hashirama, which I'm not saying he is or isn't, okay? We already said if he is, it's a stomp. But if he's not, I'm still not surprised he's considered a god of shinobi, because he's just so hacked and still so strong, like, even without that. So,
So he'd probably be a good match for, like Obito, right? And, like, this would be, like, I feel like for Obito we can use, like full power Obito, just not Jubito. So he's got his one Rinnegan.
Jubito is like, that's...
Yeah, I mean, like, Jubito beat all of the, like, classic 4 Hokage by himself, like, no trouble at all. Obito, like, with the... We'll say he probably pulls up with the Biju, since we're giving Madara the Nine Tails. So Hiruzen's got his work cut out for him. He's got to beat all these big-ass tailed beasts, and then he's also got to fight Obito at the end. So while that's going on, you got, I think people will probably agree this is a good matchup. Minato and Itachi also duking it out. And then below them, you got Tobirama and Izuna, which has already happened. And before anybody says anything, I know Tobirama did kill Izuna, but Seth and I were talking about it before, and it's like, it kind of seemed like Izuna was, like winning. And
yeah, like, Izuna is implied to possibly actually be stronger. Like, he's casually dodging all of Tobirama's attacks. I think he, like, slams Tobirama against a wall in the only scene we see them fighting in, and then, like, Tobirama has to defend himself. So he's dodging all his attacks, he's shoving Tobirama around, and he's like, I laugh at all those not born in Uchiha or that have the Sharingan, and he's, like, smiling and cocky. And then Tobirama just teleports. Like, he teleports. Like, no one was expecting that. The Sharingan's not going to see you teleport,
Yeah.
So it's like an arrogant Izuna getting teleported into. Sure, he gets bodied. And maybe you can say, okay, well, Tobirama with, like, 10 years more of experience and practicing all these more jutsu and mastering the Flying Raijin more, it would only be worse. I get that, and I understand that. But if Izuna has help versus Tobirama, maybe it's not so bad. Maybe if, like, someone else, like, wins their fight and comes to help Izuna, maybe it's not as one-sided as, maybe you think. So,
yeah, well, so I think we're leaning towards Tobirama definitely, like, taking this one, but, like, him beating Izuna was, like, an anomaly, because, like, Izuna's hyped up as, like, Madara level, not, like prime Madara level or anything, but, like...
It's like Danzo taking Shisui's Mangekyo.
Yeah, like, exactly. It's again, he's not, like, prime Madara level or anything, but he's, like, for the time that they were both alive, they were supposedly, like, equals or, like, roughly equal. which would mean that at the time Izuna was like relative to Hashirama. He definitely had to have had a Susanoo. It's probably fair to assume that he had a perfect Susanoo, right? At least like the full body one, like the big one that like had like legs and stuff. Like at least, right? Like bare minimum. So like,
yeah. I think the statement that Izuna and Tobirama were like Madara's equal was in the it was in Itachi's flashback.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the never mind. That was like fake and completely unreliable.
Yeah, he was like just lying.
Yeah.
So like there's a statement I think in the data book that says like that Tobirama and Izuna were like the right hand men of those two, and that they were equal or something. So I think that's implied. So yeah, I still think like they're still pretty broken. So.
So then like the next tier down, finally, like the little guys. This is the one that matters the least, but it's still there.
Maybe it matters for Izuna versus Toby, maybe.
Yeah, I guess so. Shisui and Fugaku versus Kakashi and Tsunade. It doesn't really matter who fights who. We both agree that Shisui and Fugaku are like quite a bit stronger than either Hokage, Kakashi, or Tsunade, but not like. It's not like a difference between like the to the same scale as like Naruto and Sasuke and everybody else, but like they're definitely substantially more powerful. Like Fugaku is considered a candidate for Hokage, so that means he's like comparable to Minato, and the Uchiha were like really mad that Minato was chosen in place of Fugaku, like implying that there was like actually merit to his name being on the table, and like, they were thinking like that the only reason Minato got chosen was because of like some sort of systemic like bias against the Uchiha, and I'm not saying that that's necessarily true, but there's a whole bunch of other stuff that sort of like helps imply that Fugaku was really powerful. Like Itachi was scared to fight him, in the event that he had to wipe out his whole clan. He was like hyped up throughout the entire Third Shinobi World War, and I think the thing about Itachi is like specifically the most interesting, because this Itachi like made Orochimaru look like a joke, and so that would mean that Fugaku's like easily Sannin level, which of course puts him above Tsunade, who I feel like is like relative to. She's probably weaker than Hokage Kakashi because of like some stuff that Kakashi did with like Inoki. I'll let you talk more about it if you want. Nah, you're good. No need to worry.
Okay. Where were we? We were on Shisui?
I was talking about Shisui and Fugaku and how they like scale. I was just talking about like the Kakashi Inoki scaling and why like that would put like Fugaku well above like Tsunade.
Yeah, so like one thing you can say about Kakashi is that like, okay, unless there's some crazy Boruto like novel statement I don't know about, or like something he did in the Boruto anime where he like scales to Urashiki, like all this new nonsense meta or whatever. Kakashi's like more implied to be like original like 5 Kage level or like Sannin level. Like he's like, because he shoots his Shinden, his purple lightning, in his own novel, the light novel, and it actually blows Inoki away by its power. So Inoki, guy who uses particle style, he's seen all the Kage fight. He's impressed by Kakashi's ability. Another thing as well is that Kakashi also beats up this girl who becomes the prison warden, and she's able to casually finesse 50% fourth right Kage. So Kakashi, as a Hokage, even without the Sharingan, is implied to be Sannin level, right? That's like a general thing. Maybe you could make an argument that he's like busted and bonkers. Like maybe like you can make some statement like, oh, he scales to, Minato when he had the Sharingan, and the Sharingan doesn't really amp anything but speed or something. Yeah. So he should still be relative to that. Maybe you can do something like that. But just based off of that, he probably would be stronger than Tsunade, honestly. Like, don't hate on me for that one, but probably. But when it comes to Shisui and Fugaku, Fugaku was the one who was scaring Itachi. Like, Itachi was scared to fight him. And even though Itachi was, 12 through 14, this Itachi was considered a power rival to Obito. Zetsu amped Obito, who just got done fighting Minato and controlling the Nine Tails, and then has years more of experience manipulating, bodying people. Puts a Kodo Amatsukami-like ability over the Mizukage with just a base Sharingan, no effort. That Itachi is considered a power rival or a valid enemy, and Fugaku scares him. And then Shisui, like a lot of people downplay Shisui, and I'll go over to that in a second, but Shisui is stated by Danzo to probably be the strongest. So maybe Danzo doesn't know Fugaku has the Mangekyo. That's a possibility. But even if it's just like Mangekyo is stronger than Fugaku, it's only like a 3 times amp, right? So like it's not like there's some insane power cliff between Fugaku and Shisui for the most part that I know of, even if like he doesn't know about the Mangekyo. So the thing with Shisui as well, a lot of people like to downplay him with Danzo taking his eye. However, it's literally just Danzo taking him off guard.
Yeah.
I know Sasuke in the same fight didn't get caught off guard. However, in this case, you can just say that Danzo's strategy was different. Shisui wasn't anticipating Danzo to kind of attack him like that, whereas Sasuke was like battle ready, like he was full hate boner mode.
Well, also Danzo had like immortality in the fight with Sasuke. Sasuke kills him like 12 times.
Yeah.
And, you know, Shisui would have only needed to kill him once. So, yeah, it is different for sure.
I think Mangekyo Sasuke is downplayed anyway, but regardless.
Yeah, I agree.
Danzo taking Shisui's eye is not an anti-feat, dude, because even with one eye, one Sharingan.
While, like, poisoned and crippled, too.
While poisoned and crippled, and because with one eye, it's stated to be an insane nerf to the Sharingan. If you don't have both Sharingan, you're insanely nerfed. Even then, he escapes, uses the Susanoo, and loses Danzo and all of the Anbu with one eye. So there's no way that Danzo is normally as strong as dual Mangekyo Sharingan Shisui. It's literally, it doesn't make any sense. Like, not even thematically does it make sense.
Yeah.
So, like, on top of that, he has, like, Kodo Matsukami, which we'll go into that in a bit. We have to go over all the hacks abilities, all that nonsense. But Shisui and Fugaku are downplayed significantly. Hokage Kakashi is downplayed significantly. But to say that they're, like, Tobirama, Izuna level might be a stretch, because Tobirama is
he's no joke.
Insane.
I mean, like, you know, if we're comparing them to, like, the Sannin, Tobirama about, like, without any trouble at all, broke free of Orochimaru's reanimation. You know, like, for example, like, he shook the whole room just by, like, powering up, and Orochimaru was a little bit spooked that he was gonna break free of the reanimation's control and, like, kill everybody. Like, I think he's pretty clearly, like, stronger than, like, you know, Jiraiya, Orochimaru, Tsunade, like, that tier. And even though Kakashi and, by extension, Fugaku and Shisui would be, like a few steps above that, I don't really think they have, like, the feats to put them on the same level as somebody like Tobirama, who, like, he wasn't, like winning against Jubito or anything. He was doing some stuff for sure. You know, like, Kakashi was just kind of, like, standing around. Even with his, like, Kamui eye, he was just kind of standing around while Obito was doing his, like, Jubito thing. And Tobirama was in there. He was on the front lines, like, you know, helping Naruto, give him the smackdown with the Rasengan.
He was helping KCM2, Minato, and Naruto in fights. So, like, even if he's, like, not powerful enough to, like, directly hurt, he could still help characters much stronger than himself fight other characters. And that's what we're talking about. Like, you know, what if Tobirama comes in to help, you know, Hashirama fight Madara?
Yeah, see, the thing is, like, he can use the Shadow Clone Jutsu and the Flying Raijin Jutsu. Those are, like, his things. He made them. So it's definitely not off the table. And I feel like if Tobirama shows up to help against, like, Shisui and Fugaku, like, even if it's just a clone, that could be a pretty big deal. It really depends on what situation Kakashi and Tsunade are in. But I think we both agree that Shisui and Fugaku have, like, the advantage in that fight, right?
Yeah.
So
definitely Genjutsu-wise as well, because we know that Orochimaru Orochimaru, who's probably more combat savvy and cynical than Tsunade, got instantly genjutsu'd by Itachi.
Yeah.
And Shisui and Fugaku, I don't like using genjutsu though, but Shisui and Fugaku are kind of known as genjutsu type fighters. Like they're
Shisui's even
like
better at it than Itachi is. Like, setting
so,
Kodomatsu Kami aside, he's even better at genjutsu than Itachi is.
And, like, even if you say, like, Shisui is, like, maybe relative to, like, 12-year-old Itachi, that's, like, enough to, like, make Obito wary of you. The same Obito who took a Rasengan from a guy who might be able to chop through a being stronger than an 8-tails Jinchuriki.
Yeah, well, like, and also, again, 12-year-old Itachi made Orochimaru look like a joke, so he's not, like fought. It's not like the difference between like 12-year-old Naruto and adult Naruto. You know, like 12-year-old Itachi's still like a really big deal.
12-year-old Itachi's like he's still Akatsuki level.
Yeah, exactly. Like they recruited him, you know, even though he was that young. Obviously not as strong as he is like now in this fight. But anyway, so since Shisui and Fugaku seem to have the advantage here. And everybody else is more or less like evenly matched, with the exception of like Tobirama and Izuna, where Tobirama's kind of edging Izuna out. It seems like the Uchiha should probably have this in the bag, which means we need to start going over individual fights and see where that changes. So we already know that Tobirama would be Izuna, and I think we're both in agreement that Minato would be Itachi, right? Like, the Susanoo is a problem, particularly the Yatamir.
Itachi's stamina sucks.
Yeah, that's the thing. Itachi cannot keep that thing up for long enough to get Minato.
You have to use like hypothetical stuff that doesn't even exist for like Itachi to like batter. So
yeah.
If we're using like Edo's, like it's a bigger stomp for Minato, so like that's a useless argument. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like if you use like Edo Itachi, then you'd have to use Edo Minato, who has 9 tails chakra, which like he goes KCM, like, Itachi just dies.
Yeah, like not an argument.
But one thing I don't think a lot of people give Minato enough credit for is his sealing jutsu. Like some people are probably gonna clip this and meme on us for it, but like Seth and I are pretty sure that Minato would probably have some like weird Uzumaki nonsense that might be able to like seal the Susanoo away so that he could like deal with Itachi without it.
He unironically might be able to just seal Itachi as well if like it really came down to it. Like it's like stupid, but
like worst case, like it's not like Itachi's gonna start with the Susanoo. There's just no way. He's not like built for that kind of thing. And if Minato marks him once, then he can like get inside the Susanoo, and the Yatamir is suddenly a non-factor, so it's...
Here's something else, though, for Minato, because this kind of goes more into the teamwork side of things. I don't know if you want to do the teamwork side of things yet, but Minato might be able to BFR Itachi and then help someone else.
What, like if he marks the Susanoo, he might be able to do it?
Like he might just teleport Itachi away and then help someone else, like in a 2v1.
Yeah, like, that might also
be possible.
Like,
say like this, like imagine this, right? I don't like using headcanon, but this is just a fun video. Who cares, you know? Like, So, say Tobirama's fighting Izuna. Tobirama has the advantage. Shisui and Fugaku kind of like body Kakashi and Tsunade. That's gonna get dislikes, but like, you know, So like, say that like the 3 of them start jumping Tobirama. Tobirama might actually be able to hold them off for a bit with Bringer of Darkness. Like Bringer of Darkness is anime technique where he can like block the abilities of all their Mangekyo Sharingans.
Yeah.
And all of their sight. Tobirama's implied to have that. So he might be able to hold them off for a bit. He's also insanely smart, fast. He can teleport around. We don't know about his Edo abilities. So we're not going to assume that. But it's implied that he can also hold off people like Ginkaku and Ginkaku at the same time. So he's not like he's not new to this. He's taken off and held off powerful teams of people by himself before canonically.
Yeah, and okay, so let's go ahead and address something that a lot of people are mad at us for. We did maybe kind of sort of downplay Tobirama for dying to the Kinkaku Force. But
I had to make the whole video like apologizing and going over it, man.
But there were 20 of them, and if they were all comparable to fucking Kinkaku and Ginkaku, That's pretty impressive that he was able to like fight them at all, much less
or
for
even just competent.
Yeah.
Think about the Leaf Village. Like, if you're okay, this is like anime only BS, but like, think of all the random shinobi that are like elite shinobi who are just they're tasked with hunting down the Akatsuki. Like, what was it? That one random dude that started like fist fighting Kakuzu to save like like Shikamaru and
stuff.
Aoba,
like,
dude. Then he's just like a random like special Jonin. Now imagine like the Cloud Village's like top unit, like all top tier Jonin. Like, this is their like village's version of like Asuma, Kakashi, Guy, and like Kurenai and all of them on the same team. You know, like it's like
and they're like led by Kinkaku and Ginkaku. Yeah.
And then, like, not only that, Tobirama holds them all off enough for his whole team just to get away, and they can't even track them down. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Like, so, and not only that, but Minato might be, if he ever sees Tobirama in trouble, he might BFR Itachi.
Minato's a sensory type, by the way, so yeah, he'd be able to sense it.
BFR Itachi, and then help Tobirama body the other three. Like, that might actually be a thing.
Yeah, it really depends, but see, then and we're not saying this is the case. I'm pretty sure Seth and I agree that Itachi loses. But if Itachi does win that fight, Tobirama's done, dude. Like, if Itachi pulls up with Shisui and Fugaku, like, I don't know what Tobirama's supposed to do about all of that.
Like,
so
it's man, like, yeah. If Itachi beats Minato, holy hell! Like, it is, they're all getting annihilated.
There's so many like diverging like event trees here, and I mean, like, if we look at this,
it could be its own anime, dude.
Yeah,
like,
if we look at
this,
like a real fight, there, like, sometimes people just have like bad days, you know. So like, if Minato shows up and he's just not feeling it, you know, like, maybe Itachi will win, and then
he's like War Arc Minato, where he's like saying ... instead of replying to everything.
Yeah,
like,
he can't think of anything. Yeah, he's like off his ball game. But yeah, that makes a huge difference. For more conclusive insight into like how all of these fights play out, let's go back up the ladder and take a look at Hiruzen versus Obito.
This one's honestly gonna be the most interesting one for me.
So
that's gonna be the biggest one.
6 Biju is like a lot.
Yes.
But it's more problematic if you like assume that they're all like 8 or 9 tails level, which like they definitely are not.
Yeah, Hiruzen has literally like shoved away a being that's stronger than all of them put together times 2.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, like, but the thing is that Obito has fought in KCM2 Naruto as well.
And so Obito's also amping the Biju.
Yeah.
Because the Jinchuriki were amped enough to like damage Naruto, like KCM Naruto, and they just like they wouldn't have been able to do this normally.
You know how many people I've talked to that think that like they're not amped by Obito?
But like, yeah, like, okay, dude, like, I guess Kakuzu is KCM Naruto level.
No, jeez.
No, but like, real talk though. So like Kakuzu, like, just like destroyed
honestly,
Yagura.
I think him versus Hiruzen is a great fight.
Yeah.
You know, I think like, honestly, I think like with that multi-continental attack potency, like, he would just shoot his, like, imagine like, you know, Hiruzen, he makes his like 4 clones that held off the Buddha statue that attacked the whole Shinobi Alliance, and you know, Kakuzu shoots like his 4, you know, elements at the same time, and they like clash, and it's like a bit. I think they're the same.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling that battle, man.
Yeah.
Sounds epic.
No, yeah. So like,
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'm trying to think. This is really difficult to decide. 'Cause like, yeah, like, you imagine like Obito gets like, you know, 2 of them in formation, they both blast like Biju bombs. And then Hiruzen makes a clone, and it uses like super ultra mega fucking giga expansion jutsu and just like blocks the fucking Biju bombs. Like,
yep. So like,
I feel like this one's gonna be the most headcanon-y though, because we're using like a really weird, like, pimped out Hiruzen that has.
Well, like, here's something I want to say too. Like, I don't want to. This video is already so long, and we're like not even going into super detail like with a lot of things yet. So it's like, I just want people to know that this video is more like kind of a fun talk.
Yeah.
That's how I'm kind of viewing it. Just a fun talk, just like, something that you see on Facebook and all your friends would just talk about.
No clipping it and being like, see, Swag and Seth are actually...
It's just a fun talk. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So, like, in my personal opinion, I would definitely imagine, because Hiruzen in character, he spams Shadow Clones, what Orochimaru said.
Yeah.
He has a bunch of hacks. He unironically might be able to mind transfer jutsu a Bijou, as well as be able to smack them around with his Enma pole. So I actually think that the Bijou can't even do anything to Hiruzen.
Yeah, I think that they're going to get dealt with here.
Yeah, he's going to be smacking them. So it's literally, can Obito with the Rinnegan really take on
And
Hiruzen?
I think that this is actually a good question, because Obito with the Rinnegan is like, he's
underrated.
Yeah.
He's underrated. Absolutely. So...
He fought KCM2 Naruto, a Kakashi that was like way stronger than like he had been before, right? Like he got like some super plot amp, and he fought like 7th Gate guy and B like all at once, and he was doing fine before Madara showed up. And
so speed-wise, he's insanely impressive.
Yeah,
he's very good.
And this was all without using Rinnegan powers, which like. Let's be honest. He used them. He neglected to use them for no reason. And actually, as a matter of fact, if he was telling the truth, he would use them against Hiruzen, because his reason was, well, you guys know how to counter him. You fought Pain, so they'd be worthless. There's no point. They'd just be a waste of chakra. That's stupid, but let's assume it's true, because it's right there in the manga. That means that he would use
absorbing chakra is a waste of chakra.
Yeah. But let's assume it's true. Then that means that Hiruzen has not fought Pain, so he wouldn't be prepared for this. So Obito would probably be throwing out Shinra Tenseis, Chibaku Tenseis. He'd be absorbing jutsu, and Hiruzen's throwing out a lot of these. So Obito's going to be getting like a bunch of chakra. That's
literally what he's known for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Obito's going to be getting a bunch of chakra. He might be able to like soul rip Hiruzen. So Hiruzen's probably going to have to be really tricky with his clones. Like the main thing is, I feel like Genjutsu is going to make a big difference here, because most of Hiruzen's physical attacks aren't going to make a big difference, because Obito's whole thing is that he like phases through.
Yeah, he just doesn't even, he just ignores physical damage. Yeah. So like, I will say in Hiruzen's defense that Obito never took an attack from full power KCM2 Naruto. Like he fought like the cloaked version, but like it's implied the full power version's like the Avatar, right? So like, maybe getting headbutted or Rasengan from that Naruto isn't the same as like the full Avatar punching you in the face or something.
Yeah.
But in Hiruzen's like defense, if you say that Hiruzen knows Bringer of Darkness, he might really go hard in this fight.
Yeah.
Unironically, he might actually go hard. So like, and if Hiruzen knows forbidden secret jutsu of every clan and his teacher Tobirama, why wouldn't he know a basic genjutsu like Bringer of Darkness?
Bringer of Darkness doesn't seem like basic. It seems kind of high level, but like comparatively
I know it's powerful,
basic,
but like comparatively basic to like reanimation.
Yeah.
It seems like Death Seal, like
it seems like something he would have used against the
headcanon-y, but inductive reasoning here.
Yeah.
He knows over 1,000 illusions. Tobirama was his teacher that he surpassed and learned everything from, as well as Hashirama. So why wouldn't they teach him something to deal with? But then
there's like that whole thing about, can the Rinnegan see through visual genjutsu?
Well, it's implying the Sharingan can't see through it.
But
so I don't know if the Rinnegan, like, I don't know if the Rinnegan has better vision in this jutsu than the Sharingan, but we know that
I know that that's like a huge rumor, but I don't know if there's any validity to it off the top of my head.
Yeah, I think it's actually okay. I've seen this argument before, but like the Sharingan can see through smoke, like when Izuma.
I think the reason it's stated to have Genjutsu immunity is because even the Infinite Tsukuyomi didn't work on the Rinnegan. That's right. But that's like,
so like, but it's like a higher dojutsu, so like you can overpower it.
But that was Sasuke's Rinnegan, like his six-pad bullshit one.
Listen to this one. So like, when if you compare just raw eyesight, you can say that the Rinnegan is more powerful, but it lacks certain traits. You like Madara degrading his Rinnegan back to Mangekyo to use Genjutsu or something, right? Like they can still have different powers, even though Rinnegan's stronger.
Yeah.
So like one thing that's interesting about the Sharingan is look at Pain versus Naruto, and then Izuna versus Tobirama, and you'll notice Pain got caught off guard by a smoke screen. He couldn't see through it, and he also could not see inside Gamabunta's mouth. He couldn't even see in Gamabunta's mouth, let alone Bringer of Darkness, anti-Sharingan, anti-Mangekyo land. But
no, you're right, yeah.
Then you have Izuna able to see in smoke and dodge kunai in smoke. So it's like, I think it's implied the vision might be better, but even if the Rinnegan is stronger and counters its Genjutsu, blah, 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 I think there is an implication. Like,
is the inside of like Gamabunta's mouth the same as like an artificially like created bit of darkness though? I don't know.
Well, like both just remove your eyesight, so I don't know. Like, it's
See,
literally
we don't even know if Hiruzen like has this. So I don't know. This is fucking weird.
I agree. I'm definitely saying it's more of an inductive thing.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, it would make sense for Hiruzen to have it, and I could totally see this like really messing with Obito. But like,
even let's say he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Say he doesn't have it. He mollywops all the Bijou.
Yeah. We agree that he's definitely taking them out.
Yeah, he's taking them all out. Can he learn how to counter Obito's Kamui? Probably yes, in my opinion, because people underestimate how smart Hiruzen is. People think Tobirama's this uber genius.
Yeah, so but like, let's take a look at how Hiruzen like reacted to the truth-seeking orbs. It's like, Tobirama was like, they negate ninjutsu, like the most obvious observation he could have made ever, and then like Hiruzen gets like hit by one, and he's like, this must be, this is very similar to Onoki's particle style, but it seems even more complex and even more dangerous. It has to be at least 4 changes in chakra nature at once, maybe even 5. No wonder it's able to completely bypass all ninjutsu. Like, just like crazy shit in like 1 second.
Some Death Note panel, dude.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
And then, like, again, Tobirama, the guy who's supposed to be like 10 billion IQ, is just like, it negates ninjutsu.
Yeah, it negates it. So it's like, another thing too is that it's kind of implied that Tobirama, he was kind of impressing Minato with his strategy.
Yeah.
Now Minato wasn't all in his full game.
Yeah, Minato in the war arc was weird, like just weirdly.
In my video I go over that, but like he's definitely not in his game, but he's still very impressed with Tobirama. Yeah. He's still impressed with him. So the fact that Hiruzen's still on that level, and then Minato figured out Kamui, more inductive reasoning, but I just think you can just add 2 + 2.
I think the main thing is that like Minato could teleport and was like really fast. I think he's probably faster than Hiruzen, like for sure. So if Hiruzen isn't fast enough to like do something about it, then and like also Obito is like way more experienced at this point too. So like maybe Minato wouldn't even be able to hit him now, but like also on the faster thing, if we're talking like prime Hiruzen, because he's not like old, he's able to use all these jutsu that we never see him use in his old age. Would one of those jutsu maybe perhaps possibly be the flying Raijin jutsu? Like
he might have like a really like prototype version of it.
Yeah, it definitely wouldn't be as good, because otherwise you'd see him like carrying around the kunai or something. But
yeah, he might have a basic version.
Like maybe he can teleport or use like body flicker or like something. I don't know. This one's definitely like a hard call for sure.
Maybe like another thing he could do is like he could control a Bijou with his mind transfer as well. Like maybe he can mind transfer a Bijou to help him fight Obito, but like
he would have to have a clone do that, because
it's very okay. So how about this, you guys in the comments, right? I want you guys to go over And just think about the way we're arguing, right? We're not saying, Prime Hiruzen, 1 billion that's stronger than Hashirama and everyone, okay? We're just saying a hypothetical Hiruzen who's considered the Prime, who's considered a god of shinobi because he knows so many jutsu and he's decently pretty powerful, right? Can smack around Bijou easily. That's why he's a god. So just take that Hiruzen in mind. Put him against Renegon Obito with all of those Bijou and pain powers. Who do you think takes it and why? Like, how about you guys answer that in the comments?
How would Hiruzen stop Chibaku Tensei, I wonder? That's
probably the same way Itachi implied.
Yeah. Yeah, Hiruzen doesn't seem like he has a lot of insanely high AP jutsu, but that's just because we never see him use them. I feel
when
like
he fights the Guru statue, he's sniping, he's firing it like a football field away.
Yeah, you're right.
So he definitely has range for sure. But yeah, I think it's a good battle. I think the comments should answer that one, or chat. Yeah, chat should answer. that one.
Chat, live chat. What do you guys
chat
think?
Should answer that one.
I think this one really, really, really helps determine.
It just hinges on Tobirama's battle.
I think I kind of think it hinges on this because Tobirama. I think Tobirama beats Izuna, but then it comes down to whether or not he can beat Shisui and Fugaku, and
if Minato does some BFR Itachi.
We agree that Minato probably beats Itachi. So I think this one's actually a lot more important because if Obito can beat Hiruzen and he pulls up against Tobirama,
yeah,
Minato was able.
Tobirama cannot stop Obito.
Yeah, and then it would be Shisui, Fugaku, and Obito versus Minato, and Minato was able to beat young little baby Obito, but I don't know about Rinnegan, souped up, juiced up Obito.
Dude, if that base one-eyed Obito could take a Rasengan from Minato and get away.
Obito would just absorb it. Because, Obito would be prepared for this now, right? He'd see Minato teleport. He'd be like, oh, okay, got it. And then he would just, absorb it. And it's not like it takes a long time to do. Nagato, who's significantly weaker and slower than Obito was able to react to KCM Naruto, creating a chakra arm that the Sharingan can't even track, and using a Rasengan, and Nagato just absorbed it, it was no big deal. So I'm pretty sure Obito would be able to react to Flying Regime level 2 at this point, and would be able to absorb Minato's Rasengan and stuff. So he's the point is he's a lot better suited to fight Minato here. So if he beats Hiruzen, Minato and Tobirama aren't gonna have a very good time. And so
not at all.
Then that's all the Kage, aside from of course Naruto and Hashirama, beaten. And
well, here's something interesting though. Tobirama versus Izuna would probably end. It's implied that it ended very quick.
Yeah.
It implied it didn't last very long. So Tobirama might just end his battle very fast and help one of the other people as well.
But who does he pick?
You watch? Yeah, who does he help?
Because from the sounds of it, Kakashi and Tsunade are in the most trouble, right?
Yeah. Definitely. And I think Tsunade she gets negged pretty bad, but she's a fighter. She's a fighter. She can heal. She can heal.
Bro,
Kakashi.
If this is blood phobia Tsunade?
Maybe she can hold out long enough for Tobirama to.
I mean, her whole thing is regeneration. So yeah.
Yeah, so maybe she can hold out long enough.
But so
other than that,
what's weird is both Madara and Hashirama are capable of helping the other guys. Hashirama could send out wood clones, but Madara could also send out the full 9 tails.
Yeah.
So and both of those make a pretty big difference. If Hashirama wood clones show up and help Minato against Itachi, for example, Itachi's not walking away. He's done immediately. But if the 9 tail shows up and Hiruzen suddenly has to fight Obito and all the Bijou,
maybe Minato would be more useful than we think.
Yeah.
Because if Minato were to because he can just teleport anywhere. He can teleport around the battlefield very easy, right? He can easily start helping everyone else at the same time. And Itachi has almost no way to really punish that. Right?
He might
He might
punish
hard.
Minato by attacking other people, because keep in mind, they all start right next to each other. So Itachi, if Minato leaves, might be like, oh, well, okay, I'm just going to Totsuka GG Hiruzen.
Minato's big thing to help people is contract seals.
Yeah.
Because he can release the controls of these Bijou as well.
Yeah.
And they might turn on the Uchiha pretty easily, so...
That's the other thing, though. Yeah, if he contract seals all of the Bijou, then Obito just immediately has to retract them into the Geromazo. And then they're not assets to him anymore. One thing we haven't talked about yet, though, is Kodo Matsukami. This makes a huge difference potentially, because it's like the only person who's probably immune to it is Naruto. But everybody else, Kodo Matsukami is hyped up as, the Genjutsu, the strongest one ever. Right below Infinite Tsukuyomi. And
the only thing I can see is, maybe Hiruzen... Because Hiruzen's the only one who really knows about it.
Yeah.
He's the only one. So, the only thing I can see happening is if Hiruzen deems it that much of a threat...
But this is, prime Hiruzen, right? This isn't old man Hiruzen.
He could tell Tobirama and Hashirama to, hey, use Bringer of Darkness, he's going to activate Kodo or something. Maybe, but...
But does this Hiruzen even know about it? Because this is
Kakashi would know about it, too. Kakashi would also know about it, but...
Naruto actually does, never mind. Itachi explained it to him.
Shisui, Kakashi, Tsunade, Hiruzen, and Naruto would all know about it. So, if Shisui just starts off with Kodo to, mind wipe the whole other team, Naruto might stop it or, tell them what he's doing or something, or...
It's very iffy. I feel like, honestly, Naruto could blitz Shisui, before it goes off.
Unless Sasuke stops him.
That's fuck, god, shit. This Naruto and Sasuke
might
battle.
Stop him.
Yeah, so, Naruto goes to blitz Shisui, and Sasuke's no, and he, slaps down a big Susanoo arm, and then it's
a typical
too late.
anime scene.
Yeah. I can already see the fight unfolding. Right? But then, Minato teleports to him and, warps him away so it doesn't work. And...
Right.
So maybe we end up with Minato versus Shisui instead.
Yeah, there's... Honestly, this topic, we've been talking forever. And it's 50 minutes.
Yeah, and it can unfold so many different ways. All right, so...
we're very creative, so we could literally just do this.
We could make this a 10-hour video, yeah. Let's do it. Let's go super in depth, every detail. Let's do it.
The editor will love this video. Dude. Hell yeah.
No, but so who honestly, which team do you think takes it?
Kodo Matsukami aside.
Yeah.
I like the Hokage chances a bit.
I agree.
But I feel like it's a 6-10. 6 out of 10 for Hokage. It's they win 6 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like to me. But I can see arguments. The only problem is Fugaku. We don't really know a lot about him at all. And Izuna is just kind of bad Tobirama.
Yeah.
We already think Minato is stronger than Itachi. Here, and even if you said Hiruzen and Obito and Hashirama, Madara, and Naruto, Sasuke all stalemated, it's
if those three are stalemates, then yeah, the rest are Hokage every time.
So it's kind of you have Minato and Tobirama beating their matchups, who we think are stronger than the other two matchups. So it's
yeah, and then they come down and rain hell upon Shisui and Fugaku. So
yeah, so it's that's just my take. I can see arguments.
No, I agree. I think the Hokage win this. I think this gets really interesting if we start talking about it with Naruto and Sasuke helping everybody out at once.
Yeah.
And Madara and Hashirama doing the same. Because Naruto and Sasuke can individually kill anybody on the opposite team, but like you pointed out, they can both stop each other from doing this.
Exactly. They'll both stop each other.
As support fighters, they're they would be really interesting, and the same would be true of Madara and Hashirama, and that might impact things
And there's such interesting things that Naruto and Sasuke do, which is why it's unfortunate. Like
Naruto can give everybody a QB cloak like he did in the war, for example.
And then Sasuke can like BFR people on the Kage team.
Yeah, he can like switch places with people and shit.
Yeah, maybe. Oof. Oh, could he do that mid battle? Like
yes,
ugh.
He does. Like I don't want to bring up Boruto, but like he does it against Momoshiki to like trap Momoshiki in one of Naruto's attacks.
Yeah. Oof.
So, oh my god, that sounds disgusting in combo with, like, Totsuka Blade? Could you imagine he just, like, has Itachi stab him and just switches places with people? Oh, yeah, that...
Itachi and Sasuke might have dirty combos.
Yeah.
Like, probably more dirty than Naruto's combos with anyone.
Yeah.
Strangely enough.
Well, and the Rinnegan can, like, heal people, too. So, like, he might be able to, like, restore Itachi's stamina.
Yeah, or even revive people.
Oh yeah, like if the Hokage like take people out, Sasuke can revive people with the Naraka path, or like worst case scenario, Rene rebirth. But I don't think he'd Rene rebirth anybody and like die.
Sasuke just steals all of the Nine Tails chakra or all the bijou. He absorbs all those bijou there.
He's just like, yeah, Obito, let me take him.
Dude, what if he's like, yo, Obito, Madara, let me take these bijou, and like he just uses Indra's arrow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's possible, dude. Like, it's literally possible. Like,
there's so many ways that this could go. Yeah, with the Itachi Sasuke combo, I'm a little bit partial to the Uchiha now, just a little.
Yeah, I don't know. After that little discussion, oof, like that's
because like Hiruzen and Minato are like strong, anymore. But like I don't think Minato can teleport out of the Totsuka Blade.
I don't think Hiruzen's fighting Sasuke teleporting Totsuka Blade into him.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, guys.
Like really Bringer of Darkness. Yeah, like yeah, that's fuck. Like, I don't know, like, maybe Naruto could do something about it, but... Like, maybe he just punches Itachi Susanoo so hard.
We already know that, like, the way that because, like, Naruto and Sasuke are counters to each other, right?
Yeah.
But Naruto doesn't actually counter Sasuke's teleportation.
Yeah.
What happens is that Naruto is just so durable that no matter what Sasuke teleports into him, it doesn't do anything, right? That's supposed to be the point.
Yeah.
But... he never, like, stops Sasuke from teleporting, from what I can tell. He actually gets a Chidori slammed into his face, like, in their fight. So, I don't know if he could stop a lot of things. Like, what if he, like, shot a fireball at, like, Madara and Hashirama's battle, and then he like switched places with the fireball.
Yeah, because like Amaterasu is not gonna do shit to him. He can absorb his own jutsu, actually.
Yeah.
To like basically give himself like infinite chakra. I feel like
he could also Amaterasu is great.
I was about to say we haven't even talked about Amaterasu yet.
Dude, he could like look at any battle and shoot it off.
Yeah.
And like even if Naruto like gets a slight advantage because Sasuke aimed it somewhere else, it's like. Well, now, all those guys might be dead.
Yeah,
so,
Naruto has a much harder time protecting everybody than Sasuke does.
Which is weird.
Yeah, this fight, I think, is just going to come down to Sasuke just being an asshole and constantly just trying to bully all the weaker guys. And Naruto just struggling in vain to stop them.
Which, like, Sasuke, and like it seems like Naruto would be more of an honest fighter than Sasuke too. Like Sasuke might actually just.
Well, we have to assume that this is like some weird like bloodlusted Sasuke if it's like Boruto era anyway. So.
Yeah, and I mean maybe Naruto can do some stuff like in the war arc, like he did versus the Bijou, where like he puts a cloak around everyone, so whenever Sasuke tries to attack, he can like flick off their attacks.
Yeah, but I don't know if like the Naruto would have to like substantially weaken himself if he wants to make anyone strong enough to like. Tank Sasuke attacks, and I don't think any Biju cloak is gonna do anything against Ame no Tejikara teleport you in the Totsuka Blade. Like
maybe Naruto can use his clones to kind of like overwhelm Sasuke's ability to like help everyone or something. Maybe that's a possibility, but like that's why it's just Naruto and Sasuke like I don't want to.
Does Naruto get Totsuka GG? What does he do?
It depends if you think that the Totsuka Blade ignores durability. because if it does, then it's possible. However, with sealing jutsu, there are limits to sealing jutsu.
Yeah.
Like, there's definitely limits. Like, even the Reaper Death Seal requires... It's the question of volume.
The thing about the Reaper Death Seal, though, is, like, that didn't work on Orochimaru, but the Totsuka Blade did with, like, no effort. So I think that Totsuka Blade might actually be stronger.
Hey, Orochimaru did say that Hiruzen could have pulled it off if he was 10 years younger, to be fair. But, I do see what you're saying. Like, I don't know if it's like a no limits thing with the Totsuka Blade. Like, could it just absorb Kaguya? It's like, well, I don't think Hagoromo was being like, if only we had Itachi's Totsuka Blade, we could have seen.
Yeah. But man, we wouldn't have to do all this fucking like 6-pad Shibaku Tensei stuff.
We wouldn't have had to make a new moon if only we had Itachi's Totsuka Blade. It's like, I don't think that's being implied. Inductive argument again.
But I do think the Totsuka Blade works on like everybody else that's not like 6 pads level here, right? Like, I'm pretty sure it still works on Hashirama.
I can definitely see like an argument being made. I just for
Naruto, probably not.
Probably not.
And hey, look, okay, people are gonna be like, "Oh wow, swag, nice Uchiha bias," but like, I don't rep Itachi in versus battles normally. I'm normally on the other side.
If anything, I'm the Itachi guy.
Yeah, it's not necessarily because I don't like Itachi. It's just generally I happen to be talking about Itachi fighting people that I think he just loses to, and here I don't know. I'm kind of inclined to say that his Totsuka Blade's a big deal, especially with Sasuke just being like, "Here, big bro, here, keep having chakra, bro. Don't worry about your stamina problems. Here you go. I got you." Like,
yeah. So it's like, maybe it's going in the Uchiha favor, but it's like, if you add Sasuke, adding in, it's like, well, Naruto will probably come in with all the clones and shit. And it's like,
yeah.
It's still just like Naruto and Sasuke should probably stay on their own, but whatever. Like,
could Itachi and Sasuke like combine their Susanoo, like the Kyuubi cloak and the Susanoo? Because like if Itachi can have like Sasuke wrap his big ass Susanoo around the Totsuka Blade,
don't they have like a team attack in Storm?
Yeah, but they don't like wrap their Susanoo around each other. It's like different.
Yeah. I forgot what they do in Storm 4.
They like Itachi has the perfect Susanoo in it, so
yeah, he has like wings or something. It's like, well, that's weird. Yeah, even Shisui has a perfect Susanoo in that game,
which is fucking dumb, but whatever.
Yeah, maybe like Itachi could give the Totsuka Blade to Sasuke.
What, he like just tosses it to him?
Like, I mean, he could. Like, I probably could give it away. It's
implied to be like a physical weapon too by Orochimaru.
Like something you can find.
Yeah, that Orochimaru was like looking for. So maybe Itachi's like, here, I give you like permission to use it. And then at that point, like in Sasuke's hands, that's
busted. It's totally busted. Like,
I don't know. I think we've been talking about this for too long. About an hour.
An hour and 5 minutes, my good.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna let everybody else decide this from here on out. We've done our job, right? We've talked about this for long enough.
We gave you guys the discussion, so come to your own conclusions. So
yeah, I feel
remember
like
the rules though. Remember the rules. No Hashirama Hiruzen.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Come on.
Generally, try to keep Naruto and Sasuke apart, but. You can.
It's okay to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
If you think one heavily outdoes the other in teamwork or something like.
Yeah. I really want a result on Hiruzen versus Obito.
Same. That's the main one I want as well. So.
Yeah. And again, no Hashirama Hiruzen. No. We're our Hiruzen, our OC Hiruzen that we made up.
Fucking our headcanon.
Yeah, use him. That's the rule.
Use headcanon Hiruzen.
But one thing we didn't mention yet that I really wanted to is I think the funniest outcome is Hiruzen uses Shadow Possession or Mind Transfer on Shisui and then uses Kodo Matsukami on all the Uchiha.
Yeah, we did talk about that. That would have been funny as hell. Like,
and
he just Kodo Matsukami's the whole enemy team. Only Sasuke negs it because it was Rinnegan or something like.
Yeah, and then it's just Naruto. Then it would still just come down to Naruto versus Sasuke.
Yeah, like they couldn't even do anything to Sasuke. Like they'd just be relevant. Oh,
yeah.
God.
So I guess in conclusion, the fucking battle is Naruto versus Sasuke. Who wins? Who wins?